technologies and what they've enabled you to do and what you think they can enable other people to do, where you've gone from not just learning about yoga to where you teach yoga, you hold classes, you hold spaces, I think you have today, online. So how did you get there? What took place for you to get to a place where you were teaching and delivering and felt the need to want to, gift people this technology?
Well, it's because I just experienced myself what it done for me. When I started yoga, when I was on a journey of practicing yoga, I was really busy, having a busy life, doing many things at the same time. And for me, it just felt like, okay, it's a physical exercise. I gain mental clarity. That's what yoga is. But later on, when I discovered the spiritual aspects of yoga and how you can use it to really gain more self-awareness and to explore yourself on a deeper level, that's when I realized that I was holding a lot of things in my system, a lot of things in my body that I wasn't aware of. So I was holding traumas, I was holding memories, I was holding limited beliefs physically in my body and mentally, in my mindset, in my thinking behavior. And when I practiced yoga, I just realized how my mind was just becoming more and more open, just letting limited beliefs go. And I just created much more space to think differently. And this is really a process that goes automatically. You don't really have to do something for it, but when you practice yoga for a long time, you notice it automatically. And when I started to learn about myself on a deeper level, and when I learned how to use it to navigate myself and to explore myself, I don't know. I just saw so many people around me, many people the same age struggling with many things in their lives. And I will say, yoga is the answer. And that's what I really think. Yoga is the answer. You just need to do yoga, do more yoga. And that's when I decided, like, okay, I'm just going to help people doing this and, exploring this, because that's what I do on a daily basis. That's what I like doing. And I think it's the best thing to just, make your hobby, whatever you like really much, turn that into your job, into your mission. And that's what I've done.
Okay, cool. You said it before and again, and I just want to make reference to you keep referring to yoga as a technology.
Yeah.
Can you expand on that? How is it a technology? What do you mean by that?
How is yoga a technology? Well, if you just think of yourself in terms of energy, that your whole physical body is made up of energy, that every thought that you are thinking is energy, every word that you are speaking is energy. So everything is energy, right? And yoga is like a technology. It's like this computer system that allows you to press certain buttons to charge yourself in a way, or to let go of certain things, to refresh yourself, or to delete certain programs. So the way I use this was really to just delete limited beliefs that I was carrying, to let go of traumas that I was carrying, and I wasn't even aware of those things that I was carrying. So it's a tool to just let go of things that you don't need and to charge yourself with the things that you want to be charged with. Yeah, something like that.
Okay, because I often refer to one of my tools and vices, mushrooms or psychedelics, as technology, and I refer to music as technology and other technologies, and I see and how they're used. So I just want to see your take on technology and how yoga allows you to do similar things that music or dance or psychedelics can do for you. And one thing I have gone into with every speaker that I've spoken to, whether it's their subject matter or not, is psychedelics, because that's a subject I'm interested in. So we will get there later on. But again, I want to just go back a bit. I want to go back because one thing I have asked people to share with me is just something around, because most of the people that I've spoken with have grown up in environments where culturally it's not where their families are from. And you mentioned at the beginning, look, I'm from Amsterdam, I'm of Moroccan heritage, and so forth. So what I would like you to set the tone for us, or set the space, like, what is the community? What's the community like? What's the makeup of the Netherlands, or where you grew up, and the lifestyle, how you was raised in that regards to community? You know, is there a large Moroccan community? Is it, yeah.
So I grew up in the south of the Netherlands. My parents came here in the 70s or in the 80s. In the 80s, they came here in the 80s, and I was born in the south. There is a Moroccan community there, but not as much as in Amsterdam.
Mm.
You know, Amsterdam is a bigger city, many more cultures, people from different backgrounds. So when I moved to Amsterdam, that's when I met more Moroccan people with another mindset. I grew up in South, which is like a smaller village. Growing up being really brave, obeying everything that my parents said, that school said, or society said, just being really brave. Mm-hmm. And when I moved to Amsterdam, because I started my career in media, that's when another world was revealed to me. Mm-hmm. With different kind of Moroccans, different kind of people, different kind of everything. But I find it hard to say, how I was raised, because with what should I compare it? If you know what I mean. Mm.
I feel you on that. Where I would like to see, or where I was going with that, based upon whatever you would share, would be, how complementary, because you're now on this path of teaching yoga and many other things, how that weaves into your background, your culture. So perfect example being, I'm here talking and sharing about, psychedelics and stuff like that, but culturally, that wasn't how I was raised. That's not the background I came from. So I'm just trying to get a bit more of a picture of where you've come from. Was you born into a space where yoga, we had got into it, but I thought let's just come back a bit and just see how you got, or where are you coming from to get to a place where you're teaching yoga.
Got you. Well, I was born in a family traditionally Moroccan and Islamic. There's no yoga in Islam. There's no psychedelics in Islam, the way I was raised. Because the way I was raised, everything that makes you dizzy or, gives you another state of awareness is drugs. So no psychedelics, the way I was raised, no yoga. And we were raised religious. And from, when I was really young, I was really engaging and really interested in religion. I started praying really young. I was really into it, the spiritual practices. But, growing up, I didn't really realize how spiritual Islam is. I just had like these set of rules and, these morals and ideas, but I didn't really realize the spiritual side of it. It was later when I entered this phase of my life where I felt like I had everything according to society, having a really good job, traveling where I wanted to go, when I wanted to go. I was engaged at that time. I still have, alhamdulillah, a loving family. So basically I just had everything in my life, but I felt really, really not so well, not so good, just really empty, to be honest. And that's when I gave up everything and decided to just search for a couple answers on questions that I had. I gave up everything and I just wanted to know, who am I? What am I? More than who am I? What am I? What am I doing here? What is this place, earth? Is there really a God? I was raised as a Muslim. Do I really believe as a Muslim? Do I believe in Islam? And I think the hardest, or what really kept me away from starting this journey was, okay, what if I start this research? What if I start this research, looking for God or researching Islam? If I start this journey, and what if I come out of this journey and it appears that Islam is bullshit. Yeah. Then what?
Mm-hmm.
That felt really, really scary for me. And what? Like, if I truly believe, like, hey, there's no God, it's just all a joke. If I really believe that, then I will need to go back to my family and tell them, like, yo, wake up, it's all a joke. And that was really, really scary for me. Like, oh shit, what am I starting? And once I really decided, like, okay, it's worth it. You know, I'll take the risk. I'll take that. I'll take the risk of coming out of that research with this idea. That's when my spiritual journey started. I think it was always there, but, you know, like a deeper layer, where many things were revealed. And that's when I started to realize how spiritual Islam actually is, without me getting that in my younger years. So the way I was raised before was like, we just need to do this and this and this because of this and this and this and this. And, you know, it's pretty superficial, but not the deeper, esoteric, spiritual meaning of it.
Okay. So I had something in mind to ask you following up from that, but you've then brought your part to a closing with a deeper esoteric part to the religion. Yeah, open that up. Let's open up that conversation. What is that? What do you mean by that? What are the deeper esoteric parts of the religion, or, you know, what can you share with us about that?